Thank you very much, Warrants. The question is the answer is very straightforward. The Kwara PDP, before now, had been at the forefront of those calling for local government election since 2019, when this APC government took over the affairs of government. We remember that immediately the APC government came on board in 2019, the first primary assignment they engaged themselves in was that the governor illegally dissolve the constituted local government council that were elected into that various local government, 16 local government of Kwara State, were illegally dissolved, despite the fact that court already gave an injunction contrary to against such move, restraining the House of Assembly, the governor, or any agent of Kwara State government from dissolving an elected council official. But the governor still went ahead and abused his power, in which the state high court here describes such attitude of the governor as executive rascality. But despite that, the governor took the power into his palm and exercised it against the common interest of Kwara. So, and after that, some CSO, civil society organization, and some of us were agitated that why will you do this? So they dragged the state government to court, and on several occasions, the Henet sued, who is also a partner in progress on this democratic principle, took state government to court. At the level of the state high court, they won the state government. The state government took the matter to an appeal court. The NSUC defeated the state government, and now the matter is lying at the Supreme Court, in which the government is not even prosecuting. So we are not going to that. What I'm saying is that since 6 years ago, when this government took over affairs of government, they have crippled the local government administration in Kwara State. They have allowed the local government to rotting. They have made it handicapped in such a way that all the financial income that is going to that local government does not have any record. We do not know what is going on, how much is coming in from the state or federal government, and how much this money have been expended on behalf of local government. We are talking of 6 years of no local government chairman, 6 years of no local councillor or ward councillor, 6 years of no supervisory councillor, 6 years of no any structure in the local government, and we are talking of a regime that is very lucky in terms of receiving funds from either the federal government, other financial institutions, including SUBEB and all that. This administration has been so lucky to the extent that local governments are now receiving money in billions. For like first quarter of 2024, I can tell you that local government in Kwara State have been receiving billions of naira. Where are all these billions going? I've been counting them. I've been mentioning names, figures of appropriation that is coming to the local government since the last 3 weeks, and we have been challenging the government that where are this money going? What are you investing with this money? Because what we are conversant about is that this money that is coming in billions now, we may not be that lucky in the next dispensation. So how prepared are we? How are we using the huge resources, the huge financial income that is coming to the state right now? How are we using it to actually mitigate what will happen tomorrow that we could not even foresee? You understand? So these are things. So the PDP in Kwara State, we have been at the forefront of the struggle of the campaign that Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak and APC hold local government election. Even though you are going to rig your people into power, even though you are going to make that election cosmetic, put people that are elected that can be accountable to the people of the grassroots, put them at the end of affair in the local government. As it stands today, no local government chairman, no councillor for each ward, nothing at the level. So the local government administration is zero in Kwara State. So when we get to this level that we have been agitating, NSU that has been partnering with us, other Kwara agenda have been partnering with us, all of these people, including some people in Kwara that have their voices, they have been recording it that it is illegal for the local government administration to be monitored, to be handled by people, senior prefects who are just singularly put there by the governor, and who are going to just only be accountable to the governor himself. So we want people that will be accountable to the people of the local government. We want people that will be able to manage the insecurity that is going on at the grassroots level. We want people that will be able to hold themselves and the ward councillors accountable on behalf of the local government, not people who are going to be responsible only to the governor. So for now, in Kwara State, PDP is fully ready for this election of the local government. We are committed, and we have demonstrated that in several ways. One, when the Kwasek issue their statements announcing the date of the election to be September 21st, our party swung into action immediately. We ensure that all the regulations, all the guidelines guiding the election, we ensure that we follow it, and we are even the navigator of other political parties, including the ruling APC. We were the first to conduct our own transparent primary election, where candidates emerged without any hassle, without any violence, without shooting guns. We are the first political party. We are also the first political parties to submit our nomination list to Kwasec. As I'm talking to you now, the PDP has submitted 16 chairmanship candidates of the party to Kwara State Independent Electoral Commission. We have also submitted 16 vice chairmanship candidates to that same commission. We have submitted 193 councillors candidates. We have submitted it to the commission. So we are the forefront. We are ready and committed and determined to rescue the local government administration in Kwara State from the shackle of APC and Abdurrahman government. So we are fully ready for this election. If you are going to ask me, and Kwara people can also see from our body language. Now, when you are talking of the court, the reason why we went to court is very simple. After getting ready, after making after putting everything in place to ensure, after committing much money into that process of primary, of campaign and everything, we now saw that there is a lacuna deliberately created by the state governor in conjunction with Kwasec. What type of lacuna? Legal lacuna. And you know that we are running a constitutional democracy. So under a democratic principle, whatever you are doing, even the governor, if governor is taking an action that runs foul of the law of the land, such action is null and void in the face of democracy. So we believe that any action that is being taken, whether by Kwasec, whether by us, once we are not following the dictate of the laid down rules and regulations, then definitely we are no more practicing democracy. And if the election is going to be a democratically election, then at least the least minimum we can go is to ensure that we abide by every dictate of the electoral law that guides the conduct and exercise of this election. So, and we discover, after submitting names, after investing millions of naira, I can categorically tell you here that PDP and its candidates, both councillorship, chairmanship and vice chairmanship, we paid more than 80 million naira to the state government through Kwasec. Our chairmanship candidate, each of them paid 350,000 for nomination form. We bought that, they were purchased from Kwasec. They also paid 350,000 as money for tax clearance. They don't even care whether you have tax clearance before in any other field. They bill us. So we paid all this money. So after paying all this money, no Kwara can tell us we are not ready or we are not serious about the election. But what we are saying, the reason why we went to court is that we now discover that the governor might have connived with Kwasec to deliberately omit and run foul or violate some section of the Electoral Act. And when that happens, if we go into that election and if PDP eventually win that election, the governor can easily call one of his surrogates. Anybody from the state can easily be called upon and say, okay, go and challenge this election in court. So when the person challenge the election in court, election that run foul of the Electoral Act will actually be rubbish in the court. So in order to prevent that, to avoid that ambush, because we believe that the governor deliberately lay an ambush for the state, that is a bobby trap. Because the governor knows that he and his party have run short of the goodwill of people. The goodwill have already expired on them. So they are looking for all ways to ensure that they retain power. And one of the ways they want to ensure is that when we go into that election, when they test run it and they eventually lost, they can easily go to court. And the governor has actually taken such an action. Because as I'm talking to you now, we have record that some APC aspirants have actually challenged the conduct of the whole election in court. They deliberately left it unprosecuted. There is a record, there is a report that some aspirants of APC have approached court to actually interpret whether the Kwasec has actually make home with all the Electoral Act provision. They have gone to court, but that matter is still hanging in court. They have not prosecuted it. So maybe they are waiting for after the election, wherever PDP win, they just remove those local government and put it before the court and ask the court to invalidate the election. So what is going to be the gain of PDP? What is going to be the gain of candidate? What is going to be the gain of the electorate who come out in shun and the rain and waste their time to thumbprint and vote for their candidate? And eventually after that, the governor now approach court and invalidate the election. So in order to escape the booby trap set by the Kwara State government and the Kwara State governor precisely, that is why we went to court prior the election date. That too, look, court, please tell us, can Kwara still go ahead conducting this election without satisfying this so provision of the electoral act? That's what we have gone to. We have not gone to court to stop the election. That's why pretty today we are also matching APC. We are giving them bomber to bomber. So there is no way we are lagging behind. We are preparing for the election, but at the same time we must ensure that every provision of the electoral act is followed in toto. So this is the reason why we have gone, and the court in their wisdom believe that electoral act and the law, they are fundamental to the election. They are not things that you can just ignore. So before we even make pronouncement or determine the essence or the originality of this case, let us even stop the entire process. That is why the court now put a restraining order on Kwara, on INEC, on security agency, on the state government from further proceeding on anything that has to do with election until the determination on the suit or the case before the court is properly determined. So that is what is happening now. Yesterday we were in court. The court said we should also wait till 6th of September when we will come back to the court, and so that they will be able to give us the decision of the court. So we are waiting for that time. But while we are waiting, the PDP is still not relenting. We are doing everything possible within our power to ensure that that election, Kwara people are not unchanged, to ensure that the repeat of TIC that have been in charge of our local government since 2019 will not repeat itself. Because we know that is what the governor wants. The governor is not interested in this election, actually. He was only forced to this corner because the Supreme Court had issued an injunction that local government should be financially autonomous. That is the reason why the governor rushed down. They didn't even care about what the electoral act say. They didn't even care about what is inside the law. The law that they amended themselves. Are you getting it? So it is not us. It is the Kwara people should actually know where they direct questions like this to. The question should not be to us. The question should be to government that why you that made this law, you that amended this local government administration law, why are you the one violating it when you want to conduct election? Do you have an ulterior motive? So Kwara should ask the governor, what is the reason why Kwara violates some of the electoral act phases? Thank you very much. My brother, can anybody can you vote APC at this dispensation? You see, the truth is that people are not getting it right. As an opposition member, we have been in opposition since 2019, and I can categorically tell you I'm the P.R.O of PDP. So every record of the party is on our table. When you go to the state secretariat, we have all the records. As I'm talking to you, in our party, there is no word that you get to that our structure are not intact since 2019. Nobody, there's no money, there's nothing, but our structure are still intact. And if I'm talking of structure, I'm talking of the recognized structure, the ward structure, starting from the ward chairman, secretary, downward, 17 of them at the ward level. When you come to local government level, our structure are still intact. When you come to the state level, the structure is still intact. So I don't know where the media is seeing the gale of defection. You know, politics and party and partisan politics always allow free entry and exit. Even if we are in government, even when we are in government, we have some people out of maybe because the party or the structure or the government did not at that time meet their specification or what actually meet up with their interest at that time, they left. We have most of the people ruling in APC today. Most of the people in APC today were members of our party that we ran government together. I'm talking of Honorable Kukolododo, Honorable Nyekaluko. Talk a lot of all of them. These people are members of PDP. It's something when we were in government, brought up and they believed that their interest was not actually met and they left. So politics is always like that. So just the same way when we are in this opposition, some people, you know, I call them political entrepreneur. You understand? They are hitting from the system, they are hitting from the government, and they do not have any other means to actually survive. So it is normal that now that we are no more in government, we do not have power to issue contracts, we do not have any way to patronize or package anything for anybody now. You understand? What we are interested now is about struggle for the emancipation of Kwara to ensure and effect good governance. So if that is the case, some people will not be happy. Some people's wants or desire may not be covered under such an agitation. So if those people left, as long as the structure of the party is still intact. So, and the issue of proposition is that Kwara State PDP is just a symbol of the opposition. The opposition in Kwara are actually the people of Kwara State, not the PDP. So I am just the P.R.O of the party. I am not the only one being battered by the misgovernance of APC. As far as I am the PDP member, my neighbor in my street, your neighbor in your street are also being affected by the wrong policy of APC administration. They are also being affected by the illegal demolition of shop by the Kwara State government. Some of these people are the one gathering up together to form a coalition, a movement that want to effect changes, a democratically change, effect a democratic change in government. So it is not about the opposition struggle in Kwara today. It is not about Saraki. It is not about PDP. It is about the people of Kwara State. So we center our own policy and agenda as PDP in Kwara State. We center it on our people, on the people of Kwara, on the people of our local government, people of Ilorin West, people of Ilorin South and East, people of Isin, people of Okero, people of Baruti, people of Kayama. Those are the people we center our agitation on. It is not about politicians. Politicians are transactional. Some politicians are transactional in nature. So we cannot center our policy and program direction on those people. So if you see people who are leaving, PDP are not even losing people in drove. If I ask the media today, who are those fantastic names that have left the PDP? Who are those people? They are just the people that are leaving. Some of them are being kowtowed by the introduction of what we now see as QASIP. We have seen people going to QASIP office, an office that belongs to everybody in Kwara State, an office that is supposed to empower both PDP member, APC member, ABGA, and any other interest that is supposed to cover all interests, all political, all religious, all ethnic interests in Kwara. That institution that was built with Kwara money, that the federal government is pumping money into, is now being used. The institution is now being used as an office of defection of party members. And when you look at these people, I've seen somebody play the governor's portraits inside QASIP office and announcing that he has decamped to PDP. The question people of Kwara should now ask is that why QASIP office? Is QASIP office now the APC secretariat in Kwara? So for us in PDP, we are not bothered about people who are being decamped or people who are being induced with 25,000 QASIP money to defect to the APC. You understand? We are only bothered about Kwara people who are ready to join the struggle for rescue of Kwara State from this current maladministration that we are witnessing. The PDP in Kwara State, we are fully prepared. We have the institutional advantage. We have the leadership, and everything is in place to not only rescue power alone, but to also orientate our people that 10,000 naira being given on the election date is not good governance. It's an inducement and it is illegal. It is gross abuse of power to deploy 10,000 in the name of government to potential voters a week, 2 weeks to election, so that they can have sympathy for your party as ruling government and cast vote for you. It is an executive rascality. So our major focus now is that while we are orientating the masses to see that good governance is better than all this stipend being given on election day, we are also opening their eyes to the policy direction of this government. Now, this government actually induced voters in the last struggle, 2023 struggles. Most of those who are induced by this government, who collected 10,000, 5,000, 6,000 from them to actually vote for them, most of those people are now the major victim of this administration. I'll give you an example. Before election, the government gathered some transporters and gave them money in millions. We saw it on the reports. When they gave this money in millions, 350 million, 400 million to these people, they went home and shared it. Unfortunately, those money did not even ended up where it should be, where the government even aimed them for. But at the end of the day, these people collected money. The government disbursed money for these people and claimed that they are actually interested in their welfareism and that they want to actually help them in their businesses. Some they even gave them vehicle. Some they gave them motorcycle. You understand? To actually think that they want to assist their businesses. But when the government returned to power, when the election favored the government, the first casualty of the new administration from 2023 right to this time, I'm telling you, the first casualty are those transporters. And how did it happen? You can see that immediately this government was sworn in back to power. The first thing they did was that the KWRS introduced another tax, another levy on these transporters. If you check when PDP was in government, I think the maximum amount of tickets that Okada people, Marua, and all those people they actually put to government, I think the maximum was around 50 naira, 25 naira. Today, these transporters are being forced to pay 400 naira, 500 naira on ticket on daily basis, despite the fact that, like I told you, the transporter that were induced to vote with 350 million plus by the governor were the first casualty, and this is one of the examples I've given you. The second way they are casualty is that the fulcrum of their operation, the nucleus, the heartbeat of their operation is fuel. Are you getting me, sir? The first policy that the APC invented, despite the fact that people are already crying in the first regime of APC, which is 2015 to 2023. Are you getting it? Despite the people who are wailing that the price of petrol or fuel is going up and is affecting the common man. Despite that agitation, this government did not stop there. Instead of bringing the price back so that they can give the common man they pretended to serve a kind of leverage, they said subsidy is gone. Now subsidy is gone. It increased the price of petrol from the 207 naira that Buhari left it at that time. It surged the price to now 700 naira, and today we are even buying fuel in Kwara 1,000 naira per litre. So how many Okada man can now go to filling station comfortably and buy 5,000 fuel? The tire of that freight Okada, a fairly used tire that was around 1,200 naira when PDP was in government, today it is now 18,000 naira. A fairly used tire for my own car that was sold at 7,000 naira when PDP was in government under Begida and Saraki, that was sold for 3,000 naira, fairly used tire of my own car is now 47,000 naira. I'm talking of fairly used tire. I'm not talking about new Michelin. You understand? So the first casualty are those people who actually received inducement from people who lack leadership direction and who are mistakenly put in power. And that is the situation we have today. So what I'm saying is that apart from the fact that PDP is orientating our people, that they should be wary of great gift. And they have started it again as we are approaching the local government election. They have started rolling those Greek gifts again. We can see now that Governor Abrahamon Abrasak waited till now that election of local government is at the corner before he's rolling out promotion exercise to the Subet teachers, to our local government workers and all that. They have started rolling it out. They have started saying that they want to give transporter again 20,000 naira per head. They have started it again. They have started to say, look, we want to give farmer fertilizer. We want to give farmer insecticide. We want to give them pesticide. The truth is that, is this how to do government? Can any government sustain on the basis of palliatives? How many citizens can you give 20,000 naira? The 20,000 Governor Abrahamon Abrasak is giving transporter today. The 20,000 is giving them today. How many bag of semo can it buy? How many kg of semo? It shows that when you collect the 20,000 from governor today, you go to market and buy 10 kg of semo, 17,800. That is the end of the 20,000 naira. Where is the money to cook, to buy soup? Where is the money to buy pepper? Where is the money to buy Maggi? So our people should actually think deeply and actually reminiscence about where we are coming from. Because if you don't know the issue of where you are coming from, you will not know where you are going. In the past administration under PDP, if anything is wrong in the if let's assume the government want to construct road and some houses are going to be affected, and the people of that community cry out to the government, please assist us, or you are going to demolish our house. Even if the government must proceed in demolishing that house, they will call everybody in that community to a round table with the governor. They will talk. Everybody will be carried along. And if there is reason for the government to even relocate them and give them shelter in other places, they will do it. Today it is not the same. Despite the fact that people are crying of poverty, who is attending to the people? Despite the fact that people are crying of hardship, who is attending to us? Despite the fact that people are crying of bad roads everywhere, who is attending to people? Despite the fact that people are crying that Governor Abdulrahman allocation figure of Kwara State on monthly basis be releasing it, did he answer us? Despite the fact that farmers are crying in the bush that insecurity is now their problem, insecurity did not allow them to go to farm again, is Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak responding? He's not responding. As Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak even grant any media audience to Kwara since he has been governor? So are these kind of people that we are going to still make sure that they remain in power? Despite the fact that APC members themselves, they cry their hell out. Some of them are still crying now that their primary election, somebody that scored number 5 was actually the one being chosen by the governor ahead of somebody who scored number 1. Despite all this cry from the APC, internal crisis, did the governor respond to them? The governor called bluff of all of them. Is this how to be a democratic leader? So this kind of action and inaction of the Abdulrahman Abdulrazak administration in Kwara has necessitated reasonable Kwaras to join hands with PDP. We have people in APC today that I will not be mentioning their name. Senior members of APC today who have begun to realize that the Autogate struggle that we participated in has been defeated. Even Saraki, that we thought was a bad man, is no more. He's a saint compared to the person we have in charge today. That Saraki will not even go to this extent to bastardize democracy. So they have been coming to join hands with PDP and say, please let us rescue, forgive us for our past error of judgment. Let us rescue the state together. So the PDP is on the path of rescuing Kwara. And like 2023, which is the first political outing as opposition of PDP. In 2019, we were not the opposition. You understand? People erroneously judge us, and combined with the military, the wrong, illegal use of government apparatus against us, they unseat us from the government. But 2023 was our first political outing. So I want to correct an impression of some people who say PDP is not doing opposition rightly. We are the only opposition that the first outing as an opposition member, we deliver a House of Assembly member in this state. Governor Bukola Saraki came in 2003. Go and check the history of political opposition. How many local government, how many House of Assembly were opposition at that time able to gather? In 2007, the second political outing of Dr. Saraki, how many opposition were in the House of Assembly? In 2011, how many? In 2015, how many? Are you getting what I'm saying? But we are saying that in 2023, despite the wrong allegation of unseriousness, the PDP in Kwara will struggle and make sure that one House of Assembly member was won under our plan. And I'll tell you that it is not only that one that was won. We won in Asa, we won in Isi, we won in Okero, but they rigged the election. You understand? So our party is capable, and we have leadership that is committed to democracy, that is committed to advancement of Kwara project, that is committed to the project Kwara itself. Most of the legacy project this government is enjoying today, one that is even fetching money and empowering this government, were initiated under our administration. The KWRS was initiated under the Megida administration. Today, KWRS is a source of big funding for Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak. I have expected the governor to come out and appreciate the PDP for establishing KWRS. He has not done that. All what they keep saying is that they met Kwara in Sambu. Is KWRS also in Sambu? Today, the governor, instead of building roads to the rural areas, instead of improving our education, instead of investing in health sector, now take billions of naira to say he's building multi-story building for KWRS. What is the economic value of that building that you are building for KWRS? You see that the AC is not there in the office of KWRS. When this upstairs, this multi-story building like Lagos now becomes operation, will it increase the IGR of the state? Will it increase the gross domestic product of the state? Will it increase our health services? So all these questions are fundamental. My brother, today, I want to tell you that before this government came on board in 2019, our GDP at that time was in progress. I think you know the meaning of GDP. That is how to measure the economic value of a state. The GDP of Kwara as at 2019 was at 2.27%. That is the statistic. In 2000, by the time this government will spend, let me say, first quarter of 2024, our GDP, let me check it, it's now 0.11%. Are we moving forward or we are moving backward? The infant mortality rates, let me even mention the unemployment rates in Kwara. Before 2018, in 2018 now, unemployment rate of Kwara was 21.8%. Unemployment rate in Kwara. In 2024, presently, our unemployment rate is 33.3% under Governor Abdulrahman Abrasa. Despite the fact that we have improved allocation, we have improved IGR, we have improved source of funding from other places across. As I'm talking to you, in 2023 alone, this government has received 115 billion plus as allocation to the state from federal government 2023. What is this allocation used for? It was used to build Kwara Hotel. It was used to build KWRSO. What is the impact of all these useless projects to Kwara people? What is the usefulness of Kwara Hotel being serviced with 17.8 billion Kwara money? What is the usefulness of that Kwara Hotel to offer people? What is the usefulness of Kwara Hotel to Muaro people? What is the usefulness of Kwara Hotel to Songa people? What is the usefulness of Kwara Hotel to Patigi, to Kayama, to Baruti, to Kosubosu? As I'm talking to you, sir, the hometown of our deputy governor, Otumba Kayode Alabi, Heda Kayode Alabi, his hometown. Before we did last election, 2023, I was there. We went there on a campaign train. They told us for 2 years they did not witness any hour of electricity. 2 years. That is the hometown, Oroago, hometown of the deputy governor. No electricity for that place for 2 years. And up to today, electricity has not been restored. And Kwara state government went ahead and spent 17.8 billion on Kwara Hotel. Renovation, not construction. Are you getting it? Now, in Elenyi, Isin community, they have been out of electricity for the past 1 year just because their transformer was faulty. It was a candidate of our party, Solomon Alabi, that went there recently to donate the sum of 500,000 for the repair of that transformer. And we are talking of Isin that received more than 1.7 billion as federal allocation. Isin local government, more than 1.2 billion as allocation for that local government in the first quarter of 2024. Ordinary damage transformer, state government did not do. So all these things gathered together, my brother, have actually reoriented our people. Actually, reshape their mind to know the difference between those who are deceiving them with propaganda. Deceiving them with propaganda of Saraki do this, Saraki does that, Saraki do this, and those who are actually interested in building the state for them. Thank you very much. So the PDP in Kwara, we are fully ready and we are committed, and our policy and program are going to be centered around people, not around any individual. Thank you very much. The source of those statistics is the National Bureau of Statistics. That is the body, the government-approved body that is in charge of local statistics in Nigeria. So that aside, the question about our relationship with NSOs. You see, like I told you, that the programs and policy of PDP now, because we have known that the only reason why these people came to power is because they were able to use propaganda very, very well. We are not going to toe that line. There is no how many kilometer lies and propaganda may have traveled. It only takes just seconds for the truth to unravel everything and meet up with it. So the truth is already coming out to Kwaras. Like I told you, the truth is already coming out. They blackmailed the last administration that we were unable to pay full salary for Subeb staff, for local government staff and all that. They blackmailed the local last administration that it was deliberately that we did not pay full salary, that we are paying percentage. But today, people of Kwara know how much we were receiving as allocation under a recessive economy. They knew that Kwara state government was hardly getting 2 billion naira per month. And we are talking of a state that needed like 2.5 billion to pay salary. So they knew that there is no way we can meet up. And they knew that it was PDP that introduced KWRS to augment these financial lapses. But they knew that today, Kwara state government is receiving 8 billion, 7 billion in allocation every month, even though they are not disclosing it. They know that local government is receiving up to 550 something million monthly as allocation. So they know who is supposed to have actually taken salary of Kwara civil servant to go and compete with Lagos as they promised before they came to government. So they knew people who lied to them on the basis of salary increment before they came to government and are now doing another thing when they get to government. So this kind of pattern have exposed APC and have made them run out of goodwill of people. So the NSUT, other civil society organizations that actually appreciate democracy, appreciate transparency in government, appreciates good governance, are actually finding it easy to partner with PDP. And I want to tell you, NSU did not come out today. NSU did not just come today or yesterday. NSU had been in system even while we were in government. And they had some of their policies, some of their program that they reel out that even serve as criticizing our own government. I give you an example. When we were in office, they released a report that actually suggested that one of the House of Rep member from Kwara North ordered some tractor that was supposed to be dispensed to that constituency. NSU came out with that report. For us, take their reputation to the cleaner. We did not take them to the dustbin, and we did not discard that report. We called them. We called the NSC representative. They were called to mandate office, and they were given detailed explanation of how that constituency project went about. Honorable Sakari Mohammed explained in detail to them. This is how this thing happened. This is what happened. This is why it has not gotten to us. The same thing. They tackled the constituency project of Dr. Bukola Saraki when he was Senate president. Nobody blackmailed NSU. Nobody, hates them. We saw them as partners in progress while we were in government. There is engineer Otukoko. He was the director of projects, ABS constituency office. He called them to his office and create a collaboration whereby they can be able to monitor very well this constituency project as they come. You understand? So those are the things we have been doing even when we were in government. We didn't criticize, we didn't blackmail them. Although we have some overzealous member at that time who see NSU as if they are deliberately blackmailing the government then. But the voices of these people did not overshadow the voices of reason of the government. The government engaged them thoroughly. When we were in government, we release monthly allocation figure every month to Kwara. And apart from this, to take decision on the local government or jack money that came to the states, we engage representation from diverse group, diverse strata of the society. The people in government today, one of them, Eda Kayode Adaoyin Zubair from Ifelodu, he was always part of the monthly jack meeting so as to represent the voices of ordinary Kwaras in that meeting. So they are the one to determine, okay, 1.2 billion is the money that come to this jack today, this month. How do we spend it? Okay, let this percentage go for salary. Let this percent. But despite the fact that they all know this, they shove the truth apart and start saying another thing about the government. So today, we are not surprised about the activity of NSU. And as P.R.O of the party, I can categorically tell you that NSU has never changed its direction since they started. They have always been on the path of finding facts, fact-finding paths to track the income and expenditure and how this money that are coming to Kwara that belong to the people of Kwara State are being judiciously used by those who entrusted our mandate of power. That is what NSU have been doing. And that's why they call themselves make Kwara money useful for Kwara. So if an organization is that serious, I think the government, if they are reasonable, they should see them as partners in progress. What is the offense of NSU? They said they joined other Kwaras, including the PDP, to say no to spending of 17.8 billion on Kwara hotel renovation. That is one of the offenses. And immediately we mount pressure, the PDP, NSU, other society on Kwara agenda and all of them. We mount pressure. The government came out to say, no, we are not the one to spend the 17.8 billion. We have employed a PPP arrangement, private public partnership arrangement. It is the contractor that will spend the money. That is what the government told us. Now, 3 months after that statement, the government of Kwara State, under Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrasaq, disbursed over 6 billion naira to the contractor. Hasn't that already run foul of what they said the last 3 months? Then NSU came out and said, when we challenged you the other time, you said you are not going to spend a kobo Kwara money on this project. Why are you giving 6 billion to this contractor? Is there any interest that you have in this project other than making the Kwara hotel work? Today, no answer has been provided. The only thing they are doing is they are blackmailing NSU, calling their names. They are PDP member. They are, as I'm talking to you, no member of NSU that have been registered under our political party. We only see them and other civil society organizations as partners in progress. So, Kwara State government under this leadership should go and learn how to relate with people diplomatically. They should go and learn how to be objective in their reasoning. They should not let power, which is transcends, to cover their eyes from knowing what is truth from what is not truth. So we commend NSU for their bravery. We commend them for continue to be courageous. We commend them for being committed to Kwara projects. That does not mean that sometimes we do not have, contrary opinion to some of their things, even when we are in government. But it will not lead us to go ahead and blackmail them. Because these people have done so much for this state, especially for the vulnerable people whose money have been misused by the abnormal government. So that is our relationship. We don't have any secret relationship with them. Neither are they working for. The last election, you know where they actually didn't participate in politics, but we know the politician and political party that approached them for collaboration. It is not PDP. So we know them. Kwara people know them. So this collaboration that they engaged NSU with was not even political. The person engaged them to ensure that they track inventory of every part of the state where there is needing government presence. For example, in community where there is need to build school, tell us. That's what the person said. And NSU went all around the state to compile lists. If this government is serious, they are supposed to work hand in hand with NSU to get these documents and ensure that they target, they situate government projects to some of these places where NSU are identified. But are they doing that? No. Instead, they are blackmailing NSU. So are they blackmailing NSU or blackmailing themselves? They should remember that the people in power yesterday, from where they got it from, are no more there today. And in the next couple of years, Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrasaq will also become former governor of Kwara State. So power is transient. They should know how they are using it. Attend to it on your affair. The PDP constitution does not make any provision for zoning leadership. You understand? So especially on elective offices. So as far as we are concerned, last election, it is not that we actually zone. The party did not zone. There was a gentleman arrangement. There was an agitation from Kwara North that that part of the state had been shortchanged when it comes to leadership of the state since 1999. So the other agitation was coming forth, and we found it very genuine, and we arranged with our leader, Dr. Bukola Saraki, that why can't we give these people the opportunity to prove themselves. So, in politics, it's about consultation, persuasion. You understand? So, and we came to a round conclusion that, okay, let us honor them with that. And out of our magnanimity, we pushed the tickets. We enjoyed and persuaded other contestants from other part of the state, Kwara Central and South, to actually please allow Kwara North to have their shots in this one. And 2023, the tickets was keenly contested among three candidate contestants at the level of our primary. Alhaji Shuaib Yaman Abdullahi, Honorable Aman Patigi from Sudan, and I think one other person. So, and Alhaji Shuaib Yaman Abdullahi came first in that primary, and he was made the gubernatorial candidate. Unfortunately, when we look at the general election, Alhaji Shuaib Yaman Abdullahi could not make it to the election. So that has already defeated any agitation that is coming from Kwara North, that it is not actually the people of Kwara North that say they are ready at that time. It is actually some people who are interested in this race. And let me tell you, under the constitutional democracy, everybody, including you are free to say you want to try your luck and say you want to become governor of Kwara State, as long as you have the educational requirements, you have the mental capability, you have the health and all that. You have that right to say you want people to vote for you. It is now the right of people to say we are voting for you or we are not voting for you. So, and that's what has happened in 2023. The Kwara North people are shown that election, you understand, they are not actually united. That the agitation of Kwara North was not actually an inclusive agitation. It has actually reflected on the day of election, where some of them voted APC when they knew that that person is even from Kwara Central, and some of them voted our candidates. You understand? So that's actually give us an information. A data, and it's going to guide and shape our decision in 2027. For now, I believe that the party, we are yet to even get to politicking about 2027. But when that time comes, I am not seeing the party throwing ticket to any region in the states. I am not seeing it. Reason is that throwing tickets, giving it to certain region or giving it to certain ethnic group, or just because we want to maintain balance, is also a means of depriving the best out from emerging the candidate of the party. So what we are interested in now, especially with the bad manner in which this state has been governed since 2019, what we are interested in now as a party is to produce a candidate that will be formidable and that will be able to correct all these anomalies created by the Abrahamans since 2019. Because if we produce a weak candidate that will not be able to right all these political wrongs that have been created, that will not be able to, make judicious use of our money like this one is doing in government, that will not be able to put Kwara State on the pedestal of progress, which PDP had already put it before, then we may be heading to a very serious consequence for the state if we are not careful. So our party is interested in bringing up candidates that will be unanimously agreed upon by every part of Kwara State, not central. So we are not going to tailor people's orientation toward any ethnic sentiment, toward any religious sentiment, toward any propaganda of where somebody comes from. It is not about that. It is about who is capable to drive the ship, who is capable to drive the car. So that is what PDP will be looking out for as we march forward to 20. And we are saying it. Kwara North, Kwara Central, Kwara South, everybody under PDP is eligible to say they want to look for governor. The PDP is not saying for now that we are zoning our governor to any particular region of the state. We are not going to do. We are not aiming that now. I don't know whether politicking process of next 1 year may change. But for now, our own mindset as a party is to produce a candidate that will unite every region of the state. If you have a governor that is coming from Kwara South and maintain a balance in his administration. People of Kwara North will not even remember they are not the governor. For example, somebody in Sunga have a friend that is from Omuaro. Somebody from Ilori have a friend that is from P.R.O. So we are our brothers, and we are brothers and sisters. So there is no reason why we are saying one region, why we are partitioning ourselves based on the geographical location. So in PDP, we are serious about rescuing Kwara, and we believe in doing that. We should not maintain any ethnic bigotry or geographical sentiment for the ticket of our gubernatorial.
Thank you.
Why no project or government can be tagged useless? You understand? We take exception to the manner in which and priority being given to these projects and the reason behind even their initiation. We take exception to them. We believe they are misplaced priority. We believe the governor is not using the funding the huge funding that is coming to the state judiciously to the interest of Kwarans. You understand? You are talking of, and let me also say that despite the huge money that is inflowing to the states since 2019, this government has not been able to make any judicious use of this money for the progress of the states. We have not. Given, for example, from 2019 to today, that's close to 6 years in government. This government has not cut tape anywhere in the states. What I mean by they have not cut tape is that they have not completed any reasonable projects that is worthy of bringing clouds and crowd to go and commission by the governor. The governor has not gone anywhere to cut tape to commission any reasonable projects across the states since 2019 when he came on board. So, and we are talking of a state that have accessed close to 1 trillion naira since he came to office. Now, you are telling me garment factory. His garment factory is even worthy of a state government project? Did they build any facility for that factory? The factory was just a house, a warehouse built by past governor of Kwara, Governor Bukola Saraki, where the cargo terminal in the airport was situated. Do you know the essence of cargo terminal? Do you know the economic advantage of cargo terminal in a state like Kwara? Do you know how many Kwarans now depend on exchange of goods and services from all over the world today in Kwara? Do you know that Kwara state capital has already become a cosmopolitan city whereby trade and services transaction are not even limited to physical realm again? People now transact on social media, send goods and services, send our own local good from here to UK, to US, to Europe, to everywhere. So do you know the essence and the importance of cargo terminal as a middle agent in between this transaction? So we are talking of, so when you are talking of garment factory is just a process whereby Abdurrahman converted the existing cargo terminal facility to now advanced tailor shop where sewing machine were procured by the government and just placed in that place. Till today, I don't know whether activities have started in the garment factory because they have not gone there to commission the project. They cannot even go and commission. What would they go and commission? Are they the one that built the cargo terminal? Then when you are looking at situation of that project, location of the project, does it even fall with common sense? We are talking of an airport where aircraft is moving up and down, entering, exiting. You go and build what you call a tailor shop there. So God forbid, if there is any issue or if there is any accident in that place, is airport now supposed to be a crowded place where people now transact in local markets where they now sell yam, they sell tomato and all that? Is airport that kind of airport that kind of place where people should go and be buying shoe, buying t-shirts, sewing cap, go and mend t-shirts? When your t-shirt now here, you go to airport to go and, is that a reasonable place for that? So what I'm saying is that Why the governor is yet to even commission the garment factory wherever he calls it? Is that project even reasonable? Can he even bring a kind of return that the former cargo terminal will have brought to the state when it comes to economy? Can he even match cargo? Can that tailor shop now match the economic advantage that the cargo terminal will have provided for the state in terms of income? Can it? The answer is no. So the garment factory story is a sad story of misplaced priority and just an avenue, a conduit pipe for the government of the day to steal money. For today, we have seen them. There was a time we had that place was looted. No Kwaras know what is actually happening in garment factory. Let them show us the video of where they are working. And unfortunately, one of the things that baffles us is that before they came into government, they blackmailed the previous government that Songa Farm, the Kwara State government employed foreigners, foreign expatriates to come and manage Songa Farm for when the people of the community, when the people of Kwara can manage Songa Farm. That's the blackmail, one of the blackmails. But the garment factory today, is it being managed by people of Ilori? Is it being managed by people of Ofa? Is it being managed by people of Patigi? Is it being managed by people of Omoaran? Is it being managed by people of Obaisi? It was the same expatriates, Oyibo, that they went to go and hire to manage ordinary tailor shop. So there is nobody that have the right IQ. There is no graduate from Kwasu that have the right tailoring IQ that can manage such trivial projects. We don't have any reasonable tailor in Kwara that can be used, that can be positioned to garment, to whatever they call that tailor shop, to manage it. They have to go and manage Oyibo. And what is the reason for go and bringing Oyibo? Because Oyibo does not know the terrain of the states. He will rather, the Oyibo will be able to easily compromise and sign whatever financial document they want to sign on behalf of the state. Today, let them tell us how much has been invested in the garment factory. How much is a single tailoring machine in the market of Ipata? How much did the Abrahaman government buy a tailor machine to garment factory? Let them tell us. Let Kwara people compare, because we know that the amount that have been expended on that tailoring shop is worth billion, is a multi-billion project. But when you enter the shop, when you enter the tailor shop today, you see a lot of sewing machines as they have displayed to us. You see a lot of tailoring machine. But I am saying it as a P.R.O of PDP, I know how much they sell single machine in Ipata. I know how much they sell single machine what is the name of this market? Gambari. I know how much they sell it. You see, now, when we now compare how much they sell single machine to how much they bust that their own, I'm very sure that Kwarans will end up costing them. But we are not going to that place. So that project is typically a sad story of misplaced priority to Kwara. It does not have any benefits. It's bringing to the state. It's not contributing to the IGR of the, and they have not been able to tell us what exactly that place is contributing. We don't know whether it has employed anybody. We don't have any information whatsoever to the usefulness of that facility. And the location is even a disgrace that you are replacing a cargo terminal that is supposed to serve an international trading system, trading platform. You are now replacing it with a normal tailor shop in Ilorin. So you left all other places, all other locations that should. If they carry that garment factory, if they carry it to Ajase, won't it also expand the economic horizon of Ajase? If they carry it to Patigi, won't it expand the economic power of that place? But they have to go out to airport where international flight is moving up and down. Instead of the government to look and say, Saraki brought cargo terminal. What can I also add to this airport to make it more internationally acceptable and recognized? Instead of doing that, you left that and start introducing a tailoring machine shop. How many? Go to Murtala Mohammed International Airport. Is there any tailor shop there? Go to any international airport all over the country. Do you have this kind of disgrace processing stuff? Do you have it located in those places? Everybody is looking for, thinking outside the box to introduce things that will benefit the people, that will make return for the state, that will give a sustainable development project to the state. This is where we are going. And all this because our people made wrong choices. As a result of propaganda, they fell for propaganda in 2019, and we are paying dearly for it today. Some people may not know it personally now, but when it comes to time, But I believe it will not even get to that time before we correct ourselves. Now come to Tanke Bridge. It has started for more than 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. How long does it take to build bridge? How much is the value of the bridge? We are hearing that that bridge does fall short of all acceptable standards, and that is the reason why the governor is ashamed to go and come. Till today, they have not been able to commission it. When the Kwara people are raising dusts on that bridge, they went to go and add painting to the bridge so it will make it, look more pleasant to the people. Unfortunately, it looked pleasant to the people, but when rain begin to fall, people now see the defects on that bridge. People also raise eyebrow, and today they have added some pipe, sewage pipe, so that it can contain water from the up to the down. So I don't know much about that, but I don't see that bridge serving. What is the economic importance of Tanke Bridge in that place? When we have places like Ofa Garage, when we have places that trailer used to pass in Okolowo and all that, what is the economic advantage of that bridge? That bridge does not have any purpose it is serving there. The only thing that can be done to curtail any, because the essence of bridge is to ensure that traffic congestion is reduced. Since that bridge has been introduced, go to Tanke at 6 p.m. or 4 p.m. when civil servants are closing for a day. Go and check. That the traffic has actually increased. They don't even know. They have been correcting a lot of things there, but nothing is coming for. Come to this challenge. The only thing I see about this government is that they are after Saraki. If Saraki build bridge, we must build bridge. But does Saraki build bridge because he must build bridge? No. He built bridge to give the state a state capital a cosmopolitan look and to attract investor. An investor came. It was during Saraki time that we have Dangote over there. It was during Saraki that we have Olam that they came. It was all these multinational companies, they came. Today, how many investments have been actually added to Kwara? Like I told you, in 2019, I told you the GP of Kwara State under 2019, and I told you the employment rate as released by the National Bureau of Statistics. In 2019, before we left government, our GDP was growing at the rate of 2.27% in billions of naira. Today, the last quarter of 2024, our GDP has swollen to 0.11%. So what is the economic usefulness of all these projects and the location of those projects? My brother, if Kwara State had made 500 billion under Abdurrahman Abrazak since 2019, I'm just guessing, if we have made 500 billion, Abdurrahman Abrazak successfully has invested 480 billion only in GRA of Ilorin. So because Kwara Hotel is in GRA, the first bridge is in GRA, the second bridge is in GRA, KWRS building in GRA, sugar plantation factory in GRA, film factory in GRA, what is the name of this forest? I mean, what they call it? This old forest that they clear, the bush they clear, that they tag project. That is government house that they are renovating with billion. What is the essence of renovating government house when the people are hungry? So how can we say all these projects are beneficial to Kwara? So when every project of the state is now being concentrated in Kwara, so where is the value for our 1 trillion, close to 1 trillion naira that has entered this state? Where is the value in education? Our classrooms are rotting. Children can no longer go to school. The participation, enrollment of students into public school since Abdurrahman Abrazak came to government has been declining. I released the data when the governor went to oversee, and he was deceiving the white men that education has now improved in Kwara. And I thank BBC for the investigative job they did to expose the rottenness and the poor and the very sad state of education in Kwara State. When they went and highlighted Konkon Primary School, Asa LGA Primary School, and some other primary school located in different parts of Kwara, when people, the parents, were crying that their children ran away from school because anytime there is rain will fall on them, and it can even carry the roof of the house and put it on them. So no student, no teacher want to stay in that environment. Till today, government has not done anything to placate this. We are in a state where if you have blood pressure from Isanlu Isin, you have to come to General Hospital Ilorin built by the federal government to access health facility. We are in a state that if you are coughing from Omoaran, you must come and get amoxicillin in Ilorin to access. And we are talking of a government that said they have invested more than 7 billion in health sector. So we don't even have ambulance in our hospital. We do not even have enough workmanship. We do not have enough doctor. We do not have even, in cottage hospital that around Olorun should go there. A patient went there recently and narrated that when they came into the hospital ward, they were told to come in with their bag of pure water. That the hospital facility does not have water system running. We shouted. I don't know if they have actually done that today, but this is the system. This is the kind of situation we are currently facing in Kwara. And I wonder when these people say Ise law, where is the Ise? To whose benefits is all this Ise? So I think Kwarans can answer this themselves and judge juxtapose or compare which administration actually serve their interest to this that is actually serving with propaganda. To correct that, Bolaji Abdullahi, Alhaji Yaman, and all of them, they are not silent. They still remain in the party. They are critical stakeholders of the party and who have invested so much in the party. Some of them are candidates of the party in the last election, like Alhaji Yaman Abdullahi was our gubernatorial candidate. Alhaji Bolaji Abdullahi, former minister, was also the senatorial candidate of the for Kwara Central of the party. These people have actually invested so much into the democracy of Kwara State. Some of them have their businesses being affected by the huge investments they committed to elections. Some of them, their family is even affected. So they needed some time to actually heal up from all these wounds of the election. You understand? And our whole leadership under His Excellency Dr. Bukola Saraki, like he used to say, they don't attend to small talks. What Saraki believes is that since we are not in government, let us give these people the opportunity to showcase what they have for the states. So that even if bashing will come, let it come at a time when Kwara people, let it come organically from the people before we now start putting our voices as a party. And that's why, as a party, we have been peaceful. We have been engaging them constructively. We only react to issues when we see that they are going to affect the general interest of our people. We react to them. So we have been engaging the government constructively, not destructively as the Otoge used to do. One, the Otoge used to go on radio to blackmail the government. We don't do that. We go on radio to iron out issues. The Otoge make use of media. They employ the media, mislead the media to carry out negative vibes about the state, even when the state was progressing. Because in 2019, no Otoge comrade was on radio to tell you that infant mortality rate in Kwara State was the lowest in North Central. They will not tell you that. No Otoge comrade will tell you that the GDP of Kwara moved from 1.something% in 2002 to 2.27% in 2019. They didn't tell us that. They didn't tell us that Kwara State has a Kwara State University is one of the best universities, and it was an invention of the PDP government. They didn't tell us all this. They didn't tell us that Songa Farm introduced a new level farming system and a technologically based farming system into the state. It introduced it. It changed the perception and orientation of the local Songa people from ordinary subsistence farming of using cutlasses and hoe to now beginning to a kind of commercial farming that they will now farm, and not only their family member will benefit, but the entire world. Nobody told us that Songa Farm is serving that purpose. Nobody told us that Kwara Express in Ilorin, Kwara Express, this our Kwara Express is the only one that will give us, that will give all NYSC member newly deployed corpers across the Nigeria, that will give them a reasonable transportation system. All over Nigeria, they come to Kwara to come and use Kwara Express to take them to their primary, what do they call it, whenever they are deployed, to their camp. So they come to Kwara. The Otoge comrade will not tell us that. The Otoge comrade will not tell us that it was Saraki leadership that liberated Irewolede because of the road network that connects this unity to Asadam. No Otoge comrade came. No Otoge comrade came to say it was Saraki that dualized the road from unity, where this bridge is being constructed now, to Ofagaraj, to Iyanafon. No Otoge comrade told us that. No Otoge comrade told us that it was Saraki that built Ofagaraj road, dualization of Ofagaraj road to link Gerialimi. No Otoge comrade did not tell us that. No Otoge comrade told us that the airport the governor is using today to move up and down from Ilorin to Abuja to Ilorin to other country, international airport, was actually reverberated by Saraki. They didn't tell us. They didn't tell us that this Kwara State Stadium was in dilapidated condition before Saraki came. That it was Saraki that re-energized it, revitalized it, and added life, put life into the stadium, and make it an internationally acceptable one. Yes, he made the stadium there. But is this the condition of the stadium? Was this the condition of the stadium pre-2003? No. This is not Saraki met it. They didn't tell us that Metropolitan Square there was built to serve as an alternative. If you want to do party rally that will be crowded, go to Metropolitan. They didn't tell us. So all these are a cosmopolitan project initiated by the PDP under the leadership of Bukola Saraki. The Otoge did not tell us there that when they were going on radio. The only thing they keep saying, they are hungry, they didn't pay salary, they are paying. You understand? Nobody remember. Nobody dare remember them. So that's why these people that are just coming on board, the college boys that are now graduating to becoming data boys on social media, they do not know the extent of renovation that Saraki showed that when he was in government. So they joined the Otoge comrade to ask, why are they paying Gedi? Why are they paying percentage salary? The truth is that this government is also paying percentage salary. Go to Kwara State College of Education. They report to us every day. I don't know if that has stopped, but they have been paying percentage. Up to today, they are still owing them certain percent of money on their salary, despite the huge allocation that is coming into the state. So what we are saying now is that our stakeholders, the likes of Alhaji Yama, they have been talking. The last time the governor went to Songa, I think for a condolence visit or so, he met with Alhaji Yaman Abdullahi. He went to his house, and the character of our governor, he want to get some stunts. So when they got there, they came back with an impression that the governor had ruled Alhaji Yama to join APC. And they released, they even have the audacity to release such a statement that Yama may be on his way to APC. And immediately, Alhaji Yama came hard on the governor that this is not how to pretend. If you want to pretend, go and check the statement of Alhaji Yama. And he swore that he can never be part of the APC because he knew that the governor and his people and the party do not mean well for Kwara. That is sourcing. Honorable Bolaji Abdullahi, on his part, granted an interview where he was talking about how we should reposition the party, where he was saying that the PDP have the tenacity to take power from this APC if we get our things, if we get our indoor politics right. So they are talking. And the inspiration all of us are even drawing today, they are from them. So our stakeholders are actually engaged. And some of them have gone back to school. Like I can categorically tell you now that Alhaji Bolaji Abdullahi is running a program within the country. So he's focused on that program. And I believe that when it comes out, it is also for the progress of Kwara. So in PDP, our leader, the stakeholders, everybody, our hands are on deck. We are focused, we are determined, and we are rebuilding the party. That is why some of us are now coming on board. It is out of that rebuilding policy that made PDP introduce young stars into the system. Our secretary is now a young man. The youth leader is really a youth leader. the women leader is agile, the chairman, everybody. So the party is on course and we are moving. And that is why you can invite me too. The state of affairs under the APC generally have been so unwelcome, have been so troubling for the people, and it even became worse under President Tinubu. Though we have been promised to go and fọkànbalẹ̀. Since they came on board, they have been telling us hello fọkànbalẹ̀, hello fọkànbalẹ̀. So what I felt is that President Tinubu is not getting it right. Economically, he's not getting it right. Politically, he's not getting it right. In terms of his appointments, he's also not getting it right. You understand? So I don't want to delve much into the issue of federal government. Because what matters to us more in the state, because whether we like it or not, their bad policy and everything, one thing is increasing now. The money coming to the state is increasing. But what are they using this money for? When we are blaming Tinubu that Tinubu is responsible for hunger, yes, he admitted that is the one. But what of the money that is now increasing that I'm giving to your governors? My brother, as I'm talking, Tinubu disbursed about 20 trailers of rice to be distributed to common man in Kwara to augment this hardship and surge in the price of rice in the market. Now, if 20 trailers of rice enter Kwara, let's assume each trailer is deployed to each local government. That definitely we are going to have 4 trailers left. So if the political class now share the 4 trailers, won't the price of rice in the market drop? Let's assume each household now have a bag of rice in their house. Or let's assume each street now have 2 bags of rice to be shared. If this governor is actually prudent and responsible, if he has responsibly shared these 20 trailers of rice, you understand? I believe the price of rice in the market of Kwara will have dropped. Today, Kwara State is the one that is witnessing highest level of inflation in the country. And we are talking of a place where President Tinubu deployed 20 trailers of rice. Where did that 20 trailers of rice go? Does he meet the expectation of Tinubu? What is the expectation of Tinubu? The expectation of Tinubu is that governors go and disburse this rice to people who are vulnerable, who have economic disadvantage. They don't say go and distribute the rice to your commissioner, to your SA, because they already have money to buy this rice. So go and distribute it. Even PDP member will have rights in that rice, because it was a rice that was put together with our money. But where did the governor keep the rice? Who know when he even distribute the rice? When Saliu Mustafa was distributing grains, we saw it. We saw, even if we did not benefit, we saw people who got it. Where are those who Abdurrahman Abdulrasaq gave 20 trailers of rice in Kwara? So if we are talking of Tinubu, yes, Tinubu made life so difficult for people. Yes, Tinubu brought a policy that is very harsh on people. And I want to tell you that the mistake Tinubu had made was, one, to have removed subsidy and at the same time devalue Naira. These two things are a powerful monster that can cripple the economy of any country. I don't know how we are going to get out of this, but I'm not seeing us getting out of it very soon. You understand? But despite this, there is also a second page to it. The second page is that our IGR, the allocation being shared to state is now in the increase. We are now witnessing 8 billion, 10 billion coming to the states. You understand? If this money are deployed appropriately, if they are appropriated according to economic value, if they are appropriated very well, reasonably, and it goes round, I think people will start feeling a sense of it. But the governors are irresponsible in the way they are handling these things. Let's be realistic. They are not responsible. They don't even care about the citizen. So if they have the mind of the president also did granted, because it was under his government that the local government now had an autonomy. So even though I'm a PDP member, if something is good, we cannot criticize it. For us in PDP Kwara, we give it to Bola Tinubu for the local government autonomy, because it is the only one that rescued Kwara State from the claws of Abdurrahman. So we gave it to him. So on the part of PDP, what we are doing up there, what you are witnessing today as crisis or should we call it crisis in PDP, is just a reflection of a party that is just coming up from defeat. We were not planning, and I believe Nigerian people voted PDP in the last election. So, Asiwaju did not win the election, if you must ask me. The reason why I said that is that, yes, INEC had actually announced him as the winner, and he was by figure, he actually won. But by the process, by the election, it was PDP that won. We only defeated ourselves, in the sense that we went into that election with divided house. Peter Obi that got about 6 million votes, was he not a member of PDP? Kwankwaso that garnered 1 million plus in Kano, 1 million plus votes in Kano, was a member of PDP. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar that got 7 point something million votes is a member of PDP. So if we had come together, let's say Obi votes plus Kwankwaso votes was added to Atiku votes, you know how many millions of votes that the PDP will have garnered. So in truth, the people of Nigeria did not even vote Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu as president. They voted PDP. But the PDP votes were actually divided among its own people who are not actually running under the same umbrella. So the PDP, in that, as far as last election was concerned, had more than 12 million votes, as against Bola Tinubu that had 8 million votes plus in that election. So when you had compare 12 million votes to 8 million, it shows the people of Nigeria had, because don't forget Asiwaju ran under a ruling party. So for a ruling party to have 8 point something million votes, beating his second challenger 7 point something million votes, it shows the party has lost its relevance. That is the closest election so far. As far as the pocket of crisis you are seeing today in PDP at the national level is as a result of residue or the fact that the PDP lost election technically in 2023. When a party like PDP, if, you know, what unites political party is power. You understand? And the essence of going into election is to win the power. So when you now fail, you understand, every interest that had already put their hope on that power begin to, begin to express their disappointment. So it is very common for a party that went into election and lost. It is very common that people begin to fence anger, blame, trade blames. You understand? It is very common. Not only in PDP, even in APC, there are issues. The only thing that unites them is because they won, and they are not looking for Asiwaju to give them appointments. But in PDP, we do not have anybody we are looking up to for appointment or patronage. You understand? So that means that for a center to hold, we must have a leadership that have a clear-cut perseverance, a clear-cut thick skin, that have grown a thick skin for insults, for all sorts of things. So, and I think we have it at the party presently. But the problem is that we cannot stop, as a democratic party, we cannot stop people from actually venting their anger. Unfortunately, most of these people that you say are talking like the Chief Bode George and all that, we know where they work for during the last election. They didn't toe the party line in the last election. We put down Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, but they openly say they are voting Peter Obi, who is not a candidate of our party. You understand? So, and we know that the genesis of this problem is, I think, on the issue of Rivers State Governor and his now successor, Governor Fubara, who is a member of our party. And I think, to the best of my interest, the party is trying its best to actually manage that area to ensure that we do not lose Wike and we do not lose Fubara. So in the process of doing that, people who belong to Fubara may not be 100% happy with the way party, because some people believe now that what we want is for Fubara to leave so that their own interests can be satisfied, can be met in the party. Some also from Fubara also believe that we should sack Wike so that their interests can dominate River State. You know, all these varying interests. The same thing go around in Lagos, all other places. You have varying interests exerting pressure on the national leadership and state leadership of the party. You understand? So it takes a leader with with interest of that party to grow thick skin and to be able to manage this varying interest, especially that is coming from powerful people. You understand? It takes them. So the party at this moment is trying its best to bring peace into the issue of Wike and Fubara, and whatever that will affect the interest of the party in River State will be avoided. And we are doing that. Our national chairman is doing that. So I would not want to say that most of what you are seeing are actually crisis per se. They are just in-house issue, normal, that usually happen when a political party lose an election. If we have won, let's assume Alhaji Atiku is now the president. All these people making noise all around, they will be looking forward to him. Some people who abused Atiku during his campaign will have gone to beg him. We have them in Kwara here who have actually decamped from APC to SDP, who even ran a ticket under SDP in Kwara. They ran ticket, they have gubernatorial ticket, they ran a senatorial ticket, they ran everything. Today they have gone to Abraham cap in hand to beg him for position. Some of them have come back to the party. Are these politicians to be trusted? So what we are witnessing in PDP is just a result because we lost election and I believe that the current leadership of the party is doing their best. That's why you see the legal advisor, Alhaji Kamadin Ajibade's son, the national chairman, the national secretary, and all of them, though they may have different approach to this issue, they may have different way of ensuring peace in this issue, and they are expressing that in the media that I believe this is how we should handle. The chairman is also saying this, but all of them are tailoring the agenda toward the same thing. Toward what? Stability of the party. They want to ensure that no member of the party, especially the critical one, are lost to the APC. They want to ensure that Wike is still in the PDP. They want to ensure that Fubara in the PDP. They want to ensure that Bode George is in PDP. And this has led to setting up a reconciliation team, setting up a disciplinary team, so that both interests, some interests who are calling, no, somebody who destroyed the party, somebody who did not vote our party should be disciplined. They set up a reconciliation team. No. We are not supposed to discipline anybody. Let us call ourselves for peace. They set up a reconciliation team. So whoever is venting his anger now on media at PDP, no matter how big he is, he's not a serious person. He's not a serious member of the party. A serious member of the party should agree that presently we have an acting chairman. Presently we have an acting structure at the national level. We have structure at the state. And if you have problem, you can chat. And this acting chair, this structure at the national level have been magnanimous to set up committee in different places to actually entertain whatever grievances anybody is coming up with. So if you say Wike slapped me yesterday, you have a reconciliation committee that will come to your state, table the slap before the reconciliation committee, and it is being led by a senior member of the party, former secretary, former governor, two-time governor, one-time military head of state, Prince Olagunsoye Oyinola, and a prince. So I believe that Olagunsoye Oyinola team have what it takes to resolve some of these crises if our people are actually serious in rescuing power from the APC. So, and we have done that. So it is only PDP that we consider, you can see leadership allowing its senior member to vent out anger. When they are venting out this anger, the pressure will be getting down, because the party now, this venting out of anger or media now allows the party to know where the shoe are pinching us in the leg, and we are addressing them accordingly. So the reconciliation committee and the disciplinary committee that have been set, I will urge our people, including the stakeholder at the federal level, to take full advantage of it instead of exposing ourselves to media. And I will urge the minister of the Federal Capital Territory. I will also advise him. He's a state man. He has done so much for this country. He has done so much for the party. And the fact that he has done so much for the party does not derive any other party member the equal opportunity in the party with him. So he should also respect the mechanism being set up by the party and ensure that whatever grievances he has, whether against Atiku, whether against his godson Fubara issue, we can actually forgive ourselves. We can actually start from the scratch again. We can actually forge a new beginning. This minister he was made under President Tinubu was because he contributed to the success of the president in the election. You understand? If he had contributed that same way to the progress of PDP, I believe we will have more power than being a minister of FCT. You understand? But that has gone. We have put that one behind us as a party, and now I urge the Federal Capital Territory minister to actually see himself as now a nationalist rather than somebody from River. He should settle grievances with everybody is having grievances. So the issue of I will fight to finish is not the spirit of a politician. A politician must be flexible. So wherever you are wrong, admit it, accept it. Let's forge a common ground. The PDP is Wike, so the PDP is Wike, Wike is PDP. The same thing for Bara. Both of these people are product of PDP. They should find a common ground to unite themselves. They should not allow they should not allow president from other political, from APC to come and be sitting and say he's settling matter with them. You understand? So I urge Wike to please, whatever differences he has with his godson, the governor of Rivers State, to please consider his step, unite with his godson for the interest, for the overall interest of the party. Because most of this problem, by the time we settle with Wike, everything is gone. So I also urge Alhaji Atiku Abubakar to show leadership as a leader and candidate of the party. At this time, I think even before reconciliation, Atiku should be at the center of reconciliation. Atiku should unite people in the party. Atiku should forget about those who have offended him, those who did not support him. If God wants to make him president tomorrow, the sun is still there. When you have life, you have hope. So you can still be president tomorrow, but you cannot be president when you are not uniting your own house. And that is the lesson we've learned from the last election. So I urge Alhaji Atiku Abubakar to also show leadership, to forgive and forgive those who have offended him, and come together as a father of all of us, unite every member of the family, and let us have a common goal so that in 2027 we reclaim our lost glory in the PDP and also rescue the people of Nigeria from this